The Necronomicon awaits.
A ritual must be performed.
Seems fairly obvious.
Batu, Murata.
I told you I would find you.
Nani?
Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumping night.
It's showtime.
What's your name? What? What is your name?
We are men of misfortune.
What is going on, misfortunate listeners? It is your fearless leader, Tyler Campbell.
And I am Riley Wallen. I'm hungover as fuck.
And I'm your reigning dipshit, Jake.
Today we have a special guest with us in the studio. I guess we could call it in the studio. A band from Kansas. Why don't you guys go ahead and introduce your guys' selves?
Yeah, I'm DJ, and I like to play drums and party.
My name is Adam. I play guitar, I do vocals, and I never party.
Nice.
I'm Justin. I play guitar, and I have a green hat.
Hey.
My name's Jackie. I'm a bass man. I like long walks on the beach, holding hands, slow sensual. You know, next question. Next question.
So, what beach do you go to?
Midwest, man. Midwest problems. We don't have any fucking good beaches over here. There's no fucking water, man.
What's the nicest beach in Kansas? Is it just a desert?
It's at a lake. It's at a fucking lake.
So the band's name.
I guess I should probably say, like, is it okay to cuss on this?
Oh, dude,
absolutely.
You can say anything other than we don't say retard. We don't.
Just did.
I can't like. I have to like explain it.
No,
We
yeah.
don't do racisms. We don't say retard, and that's pretty much it. We don't have any fucking
pretty similar to the way we live our lives.
Yeah, exactly.
Human beings. We got it.
Good shit. Good shit.
Yep.
So how'd you guys come up with the band's name?
I don't know why he passed it to me. So Adam and I have been playing music together for like 10 years. We're the OGs, and I don't know. We started a new project after we ended the the last project. We won't talk about that one. And we were trying to figure out a name, and we had some real good options, but Parthian just kept kind of sticking around, and it finally got to a point where it's like, well, fuck, there's nothing better. So I feel like this is the one. So
it's pretty solid. Now, have you guys always been playing metal? I mean, since you guys have been jamming together?
Oh yeah, absolutely. The type of metal has changed. Hey, nobody, Jack, you be quiet over there. Nobody asked you. No, it's always been metal. It's definitely gotten progressively heavier and progressivelier.
Well worded. I love it.
Yeah. So yeah.
Do you guys remember any of the original names that you were gonna go with?
Oh, you do? Like, I feel like, so DJ is like the name man. He comes up with like most of our song names. Like, usually like album names are coming from him. You know, most of the band name ideas came from him, even though we went with my only idea, I think. But yeah, like I'm sure he remembers some of his old fucking band ideas.
Okay, so I don't. I've done drugs and drank a lot of beer since then. I do remember one that was floating around for a good chunk of time was, what was it, Nymeria? Nymeria, the one of the wolves from Game of Thrones. We're kind of partial to that. We kind of started playing around with designs, and it was like, I don't know if that's the one. I remember I gave him a list of potential song titles at one point, and he thought they were band names. And he's like, a slow slippery precipice into the abyss. And he's like, I think that's too long to be a band name. I'm like, yeah, I agree.
So tell us your guys' story. I mean, you Adam and DJ have been playing together for a while. You two, Justin and Jackie, just started jumping in it. So I just want to, how did this all like form together, and how did you guys meet? And what was, I mean, because the progression from your first album, your 2016 album, there is so much progression. You guys, it's like not even the same fucking band almost. Like, you so fucking good.
Yeah, so it kind of started off like DJ was saying. Him and I started jamming, and yeah, like Jack said, it was a lot more like metalcore kind of stuff in our like previous project. So we sort of like brought a little bit of that into the first EP, I feel like, which, you know, nothing wrong with metalcore by any means. It's just not like it wasn't the direction that like we inevitably wanted to go into. So that was kind of the big shift, is like we decided like, okay, we did the metalcore EP. It was cool, it was fun, but like, could we see ourselves playing that kind of music for like a long extended period of time? Probably not. Like, we're more passionate about death metal, so we decided to kind of like make that big shift, that I guess just like went heavier.
Yeah, the tonal shift. And then as far as the story for me, and then I'll pass the mic to Justin. I mean, like, just straightforward, I'm Adam's brother-in-law. We're married.
That's what's up.
We're married to each other.
So I've been playing bass for a while, and for years, Adam was trying to get me to play with him, and I just never thought I was good enough to do it. And then finally, one time, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to try it. And it ended up working out really good because all of our personalities and music, it all matched.
So he says that. I just want to point out the first time I ever jammed with Jackie over there, and this was many, many, many moons ago. I found out years later, he's like, man, I thought you fucking hated me. I was like, why did you think that?
But yeah, I'll let Justin tell his story.
So yeah,
Hey, tell your truth, bro. Tell your truth.
We're here for it, man. We're fucking here for it.
I joined around 3 months ago. I've just been dormant. I was in this band way back in the day, like around 2010. We played a bunch of shows, but then ever since then, I've just been doing solo stuff and waiting, for an opportunity. And then one of my good friends, Jordan, told me about this opportunity and met with the guys. I mean, they seem all right, but
changes slowly this 3-piece into a 4-piece band, man, and
it's
completely
a lot.
blown away with your playthrough that you did. It was fucking great, man.
He showed up swinging dick for sure.
Oh yeah, big fucking dick swinging, man. Also, your bass line in what is the song called? Numinous. Your tearaway with the bass line is so fucking sick, man. It is so fucking sick, dude.
Thank you.
Fuck yeah. I don't have a question. Why are you signaling me?
Oh, I don't know. So you guys started in 2016. What's been the music scene like over in Kansas? What's the glow up? I mean, how do you guys continue to find shows and do shit? I mean, the music scene over here is pretty bluegrassy. The metal scene, we're trying to
Doom blues.
Yeah, Doom blues is like the best way to describe it. So you still
Doom
have
blues,
that's
sick.
There's still a doom metal feel to it, but you'll get a 3-piece band up there with a washboard player, a bass player, and a drummer, and it'll be sometimes some of the heaviest shit I've ever fucking heard. I'm not gonna lie, but like, what's the music scene out in Kansas, and like, how do you guys fit into it?
So like, it's weird here in Wichita. It's like it's a very balanced. I feel like there's a lot of like country type of stuff. There's a lot of rappers here. We have like a decent rock scene. The metal scene, like, it kind of like goes in waves, right? It seems to, and it seems like we like kind of started off when we were in 2016 when we started off as a band. It seemed like it was kind of like on the down slope, but like after the pandemic, everything has just gone crazy, and there's tons of metal bands here now. There's not a huge death metal scene yet, but it definitely seems like there's a growing death metal scene, which is super exciting to see. Like, there's a lot of new bands coming out that like are passionate about the kind of music. But yeah, I mean, it's good. Like, we have like a really tight knit kind of, I would say, like family of people here. It may not be the biggest scene, but it's definitely like super, super close.
Yep.
Do you guys have a decent turnout for your local shows?
Yeah. So far so good. We've only played 2 in town so far, I think back. Yeah. So we played 2 shows in town so far, and then 2 shows out of town since we've been kind of back from our little hiatus that we had. And yeah, so far so good.
Yeah, how was the Dallas show that you guys just had, actually?
It was Denver, actually. We just did Denver, and it was super sick.
It was awesome.
There's a band there called Triune. Shout out to Triune. Those guys are awesome. We're super stoked on all their music and stuff, and they were just awesome guys. We're really excited to get back out there.
Yeah, really, really fun time.
So, what is your what do you guys do outside of the band? I mean, when it comes to being just musicians, do you guys have other projects or not projects, but like work? I mean, like, what do you guys do outside of the band?
You want to start on that end?
Yeah, sure.
As he's drinking a beer, he's like,
he's like, well, this for starters.
Yeah. I mean,
I'll drink
are
that.
you wanting like everyday life? Like, what do you do for a living kind of thing? Or are you just
Sure,
wanting
like your
music?
hobbies and stuff.
Hobbies would literally just be video games for me. Like, and I'm stuck in the 1990s. I mean, I'm playing Diablo 2 remake and and Smite. That's about the only two games I
haven't
play
played
right
Smite
now.
in a long time. Oh god.
But that's pretty much it for me. And of course, I sit down and like practice bass. And for us, like someone will write a riff and we'll send it to each other in Dropbox, and then we all kind of mess around with it, and then we get together and practice and try and put it together. So that's basically it for me. I'm
I was
pretty
definitely
boring,
gonna ask
really.
about, I was definitely going to ask about how you guys collab, like what is your writing pattern and how you guys get everything together. So that we'll definitely come back around to that one.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm like him. I play a lot of games. I'm the kind of gamer like I like social gaming. So whatever games my friends are playing, that's what I'm gonna play most of the time. We play a lot of Rocket League, League of Legends, which I hate that game, but I still play it. It's all they play. And then I have a couple other people that are still stuck on Call of Duty, so I got to do that. I got to make my rounds, and then when nobody's on, I'll usually play Elden Ring or Dark Souls or something like that.
Yeah, fair enough.
And
You gotta tell them how you rub your own meat. This is the meat.
He is the
My
grill
other-
master,
my
the
other
fucking
major
grill
hobby
master.
is, grilling and smoking. I've got 6 Webers and 2 smokers, but
Holy
I recently
fuck.
did barbecue.
Jesus Christ, dude.
You just made Jake and I come in our pants at the same exact fucking time.
His brisket made me come in my pants.
Yeah, I don't want to stand up. I am rock hard right now. I mean,
I'm pitching a fucking tent.
Fuck. What have you had to like stack all 6 of them? Is that why you like the necessity has like come up?
No, I just like buying. It's just like guitars, man. You can't have enough. Like, I don't know.
you got a point there, yeah.
Well, I've got my Weber that I smoke on. Then, like your grilling ones, and then I've got like a couple of the Weber Smoky Mountains, those big smokers that they make. But
Hell fucking yeah.
Do you make like beef jerky or anything like that? Or
have not tried the jerky or cold smoking yet. I mean, I love it. I just
Gotcha.
yeah, mostly ribs and chicken and brisket sometimes. But
Oh fuck yeah!
I just made
Absolutely.
Dehydrator. That's my thing.
oh, that's awesome.
all right. The question is, how drunk do you get while smoking ribs? Because last time I smoked ribs, I got really fucking drunk.
Well, I actually I smoked a brisket and I started it last night at like 12:30. And I'm like, I'm gonna go to bed, and then I was like going through my garage and found a bunch of old CDs, and I was like jamming, like I was like one more shot, and then like it was like 4:30, and I had to wake up like at like 7:30 to get the mail off.
Fuck! That's
that.
always the worst.
Yeah, that's typical.
Yeah, I actually just fucked up a pork shoulder. I want to say like 3 weeks ago, dude.
Yeah.
Probably about a month ago. I was hanging out with the family. I drank a couple brews, and I was checking the fire every hour, every like hour and a half, and I was like, it was probably 11:30. I'd been up since like 6 a.m. the day before, so I was tired as fuck. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking smoke this pork shoulder. I'm gonna be all right. I'm gonna stay up for the whole fucking thing. Nah, man, I got to like 11:30 that night, passed the fuck out, woke up, the fire was dead, the meat was like half-ass cooked. It was fucking so depressing.
Rightfully so.
All right, Adam.
You taking that?
Huh? I'll take this one. I'll take this guy.
Well,
yeah, I don't know. For me,
Right.
like first off, it's music 110% of the time. Like, I don't know. I feel like that's all I really think about. But one passion, I guess, that I've kind of found recently, because for me, it was like, I've never really had a hobby. Like, I've had music and I've had like, like the normal shit that I have to do, but like nothing's ever been just like a passionate thing. But finally I found something, and it's video editing and like video production. Like, I've been getting really into that. I made our lyric video for us. I made all of the like, studio, like making of videos and everything. And like, I just had a blast. Like, it's just fun to be able to like fuck around and throw like a little joke in there. Like, like do some crazy shit. Like, I don't know. It's cool to finally have something that like I don't feel like there's something like riding on me doing it. Like I feel like I just do video editing because it's fun, but I feel like I do music because it's like, well, that's what I want to do for like the rest of my life. And I do like, work or whatever because it's like, well, that's what, puts food on the table. But like finally video editing is that thing where it's like, cool, I can just do this and relax and chill. And I finally like understand that like Zen flow state. It's sick.
That's how honestly
That's
how
awesome, man.
that's honestly how I feel about doing the podcast. I mean, it's like this is I focus on it like 110%. Like this is my baby. I fucking love doing this show. I love talking to my best friends, getting paid for it sometimes is great. But like the best thing about it is like this is like the place I come to be me. And
Sure.
yeah, so for video editing, what music video would you guys shoot for? Like what song would you shoot for a music video?
So we actually have one coming out soon. I'm not doing the editing on it, but it's all filmed. It just needs to kind of finish up the final touches and everything like that. But it's for our song Numinous. So we do have a music video coming out. We don't have a date yet, but yeah, like that was the song we all kind of came together and felt like was the best representation of the album. So
It's so fucking
I
good.
fucking love that
It's
song.
so
You have no
fucking
idea.
good.
Yeah, that's
Thank
definitely
you.
awesome, man. I've been thinking about getting into the video editing thing myself just for the podcast. That's kind of the side of it I want to take over. But I, to be honest, really don't know shit about it. Like I don't know what programs are good to use. I've heard like Sony Vegas is like probably one of the
I love Vegas.
common ones you can use, but I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. So any advice for a guy like me that wants to get into it?
So yeah, DJ speaks very highly of Sony Vegas. I haven't like messed with it yet, but I might just because he has a copy of it. Like it would be cool. I have a like subscription, I guess, is how they do it now to Premiere Pro, the Adobe one, which is really cool, but it's really expensive. It's like $20-something a month just for that one program.
Oh, geez.
But like it's really intuitive, and I would just say as far as like getting going, like I felt the same way. And the very first video I ever edited was the Illusions playthrough. I'd never done anything before that, and it was like all YouTube, all like just Googling stuff. And it like I would just say if you're passionate about it, just do it like anything else. Like just like do the research and like really dive in head first, and like just kind of see what comes of it, because like that's kind of what I did. And like you find those things that like you're stoked about, like the things that you can throw into a video that you're like, oh man, that's super sick. Like, and I feel like everyone has that different thing. And like once you kind of start going down that path, you start like watching movies or other people's like YouTube videos or whatever, and starting to like see like those like tendencies that like different directors have or like different like content creators have. And it's just super cool to kind of like see that everyone has their own like little shtick that they throw in there.
Right, like their own technique, or
Little
like, oh,
secret sauce,
yeah, or
the
like,
secret
oh,
formula.
they did this in this scene or something like that, and you recognize it. So yeah, that's cool, man. Good advice. Thank you. I'll definitely take that into consideration. Awesome.
Oh, all right.
Oh shit.
Oh, he's using that mic.
Oh, he's leaving us. He doesn't care about me.
Beer
Yes,
run.
Justin, come on, man.
BWE.
Justin just quit the band.
Dude, I'm so sorry. I play a really mean skin flute. Let me join your band.
In, easy, done.
Dude, fuck you guys. I'm out. Moving to
Yeah,
Kansas.
come on.
He
I got
sucks.
a
the
spot on the
backpack.
couch and everything. So Adam went ahead. He kept it very like, positive and focused. Like, man, I work and I music and I video edit. Like, he really sold just the quality points. I'm not gonna do that. So, bringing it back down. Now, outside of web design, that's the day job and what I just do in general. I've been moonlighting as a porn star, and
Nice.
I found out that people weren't as fascinated by the name DJ Skinny Penis as I thought. So I'm thinking about quitting, but
Dude, don't quit. All you gotta do is like a brand change, bro. You need to be DJ fucking Hammer Dick, bro.
Never give up on your
Yes.
dreams.
Yes. All right. You know what? I'm checking the copyright, the trademarks. I'm snagging it.
Dude, let me
and
be
I
your
think-
manager. We
Yeah,
can have this fucking
exactly.
done, filed out, sent out tomorrow, bro. Pornhub will love you.
They do pay by the inch. That's why I
Jesus
staffed
Christ.
it instead of them. No, I mean outside of music, although music is really 90% of everything, right? Like my bedroom is a bed and drums. So
Nice.
Fuck
you know,
yeah.
outside of the fun stuff, it's mostly video games. Like these, don't you lick my vape? You get out of here. You get out of here. Go on. Anyways, that was so rude. Video games, web design. Like I do it for work, but I do it for fun. Parthianband.com. If you haven't been there, check it out. I finally finished our website. The e-commerce store is to come. I need to not be a lazy piece of shit and do it.
Fucking same. Fucking
Yeah.
same. We have a merch design. We've got all this shit for stickers and all kinds of stuff, and we just haven't pulled the trigger for I don't know why.
And we say we're going to every episode we make.
Dude, every episode. So many pre-orders, nothing done about it.
I'm calling it now. Men of Misfortune. They're gonna knock out, you know, everything that you guys are asking for. They're gonna get it done. They're gonna get it done.
This man does better promotion than you do, Jake.
I was gonna say this guy's got high hopes for us.
You know, I'm more than happy. I'll push anybody. Let's go. We're, you know, you got orders to fill. Let's fulfill them. We got music to make.
Fucking
Let's make
hype man
it.
of the
Whatever.
group. I dig it.
Fucking A.
So, what do you guys do job-wise outside of the band? What do you guys do when it comes to
He just said
starting
web
to move
web
around.
design? Yeah,
so.
and then we had the other three.
So yeah, like I was saying, I do web design. I work for a marketing company, so mostly spend my day building websites. You know, it's good. It pays the bill, keeps the lights on, and no, I'm actually very happy with it. I've worked a lot of really shit jobs, and I feel
Haven't
like
we
I
all?
can relate to that.
Haven't we all?
Yeah, so it's nice to have a job where I don't have somebody breathing down my neck every 5 minutes. Like, yo, I saw you took an unpaid break for 37 seconds. Like, yeah, I had to pee. I'm sorry. I love it. I love web design. I love being creative. He talked about band names and stuff like that. It's just that's kind of where I strike. You know, I'll jump in there. I've got some ideas. You know, I'll give you some guitar riffs. I'll just be like, blah, 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 blah. You know, I can't play guitar, but I'll give you an idea of what I'm thinking in my head. Exactly. That's how I get the beats typically too. It's like I was thinking like a boom, boom, like okay, yeah.
Hey man, when in doubt, top it out. You know what I mean?
And this guy here will tell you exactly what he does.
Exactly what I do. I'm a lube specialist at his porn company. Actually,
Perfect.
I lube up those balls. I lube up that shaft. I make sure it's nice and shiny and everything's looking good. Yeah, no, I'm a master of my craft. No, but I'm a service advisor at the Mercedes-Benz dealership here in Wichita.
Oh man, is it a complete hellhole there? Like I work at a Volkswagen dealership. I'm a technician there.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah. It's I don't know. German cars are like a whole different thing to me.
I feel like if I was a technician, I would probably think it was a hellhole. But like as a service advisor,
yeah,
it's actually pretty nice.
It's not too bad. It's a lot better than the place that I came from. Like where I was working, like let's just say the shop I worked in, like the roof was literally falling onto the floor. It would leak.
Oh, no.
There was like really shitty heat and AC, and actually we didn't have AC. We had fans, and like the floor was basically a dirt floor. And a lot of people told me that like, yeah, they used to build Model Ts in this building. I'm like, yeah, well that makes a lot of fucking sense because it doesn't look like it's been updated since then. So, it's not all bad for me personally. It's more or less like. I don't know. It's kind of the customer base more than anything.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. No way.
I don't know.
Fair enough.
People don't understand how expensive German cars are to maintain.
Well, and I feel like you're in the worst position for that because with Volkswagen, like I feel like you get the people who think like, okay, it's a German car, but it's also like it's a Volkswagen. It's like kind of like the entry level German car, and like it's like no. It's just as expensive to fix as any other German car. Like. Literally made by the same people who make Audi, Lamborghini, like all these
I
cars.
was
Like
just getting ready to say, it's like, do
Yeah,
you like
like-
Audis? This is an Audi, basically.
Yep.
They're not that different.
I told you.
so it's funny. At one point, I did work for Audi, and I had an Audi A4, and
Oh,
Jack
nice.
has a Volkswagen Jetta, and he's like, dude, my Audi is way cooler than yours.
I mean, the Audis do seem like the farther you go back, the creature comforts were already there that they didn't put in the Volkswagens. Like there is like some nicer features and shit like that, but like mechanically, they're basically the same. You know,
That's fair
when it boils down to it. But
Exactly, Jack. Dude, my turbo will
well,
turbo just.
it's just like if you look at the Audi RSQ8, it literally looks the same as the Lamborghini Urus, whatever their SUV is. Like it's like the same fucking thing.
So I'm not 100% sure. I'm honestly, it's bad to say I'm not that familiar with the Audi side of it because for some reason I work at a Volkswagen and Hyundai dealer. It's not a Volkswagen Audi dealer, which it probably should be. No, it's a fucking Volkswagen and Hyundai dealer.
It's going that German Korean way of doing things.
Yeah. Both sides of the shop are like polar opposites when it comes to a lot of things.
For sure.
Yeah, but
no. Hey, can I borrow your tools? Like, no, you can't. You cannot.
Yeah, you'll probably never need a triple square, but I have it if you do, right? Like, I don't know. I definitely feel the dealership vibe. I've worked in dealerships for the past 5 years. I started out in parts, and then I was an advisor in parts, and I went up to management, and then I was like, I'm tired of fucking dealing with people. So I'm gonna go work
sucks.
out.
Can we all just agree on that?
Yeah. I didn't mind the pay, obviously. It was decent, but I was just like, I'm tired of listening to people bitch on the phone every day. And, I'm sorry this thing's on back order. I am the middleman between the manufacturer and you. So, like, I don't know what to fucking tell you. And eventually I was just like, I want to get out of this. I'm going to wrench. And I thought it was great at first, but it kind of sucks. But I'm locked in. I don't know. Anyway, dude, I won't dwell on that for too long.
All right. I'm in the exciting field of customer service. I'm in executive customer relations for a major company. That's what I'll say. But basically, I deal with driver issues, like a driver, a pee bottle falls out of your car on a customer's lawn, which did happen this week, by the way. And I have to file a report, something like that. Or a driver brandishes a weapon. I have to file a report.
Yeah.
There's a lot of ticketing, very minimal customer contact, so that's great. Like the best thing to get in customer service is a job to where you don't talk to customers. So,
boom.
Yeah, so I deal with driver issues mostly, and it's super exciting. I know.
Sick. You made it sound pretty fucking sexy.
You did. I picture you behind the fucking desk, just fucking typing away, listening to it, and just fucking tearing it up.
See, I have no idea how you guys do that because I deal with 1 to maybe 2 people a day, and I already hate it. I couldn't deal with more than that.
One person talks to me. One person talks to me, and
you come to my workstation. Hey, Jake, what's up? God fucking damn it!
I just want to burn down the whole fucking place.
Yeah, imagine how I had to. So, not to get too off topic, I had to go on a ride along the other day. My advisor came up to me and they were like, "Hey, we go ride with this lady. She said she's like her steering wheel's shaking when she's driving," and I'm like, I really don't fucking.
I'm sorry, ma'am. It's just the Parkinson's.
Yeah, no, it's yeah.
God damn.
I walked out and it was fucking Marty from Back to the Future. Anyway, that's a terrible joke. I feel bad for that. Anyway, so I go on a ride along with this lady, and there's a bit of a language barrier there. So I'm just like, okay, whatever. Like I couldn't really understand what she was trying to tell me. We're driving down the road, and I don't really notice anything offhand. That's terrible. So she pulled into a gas station to turn around and go back to the dealer. She starts driving in the oncoming lane for like 100 feet. Like she doesn't even go into the right fucking lane. She just drives in the oncoming lane, and there's cars coming at us until she gets to the turning lane at the stoplight. I'm just like, I'm going to fucking die.
Today.
I'm like, this is exactly why I don't do this shit.
That's it. I don't blame you.
I'm glad you survived, though. I'm very glad.
Fuck. I'm not glad that I survived, but I'm just kidding.
Amen.
All right, Jack, what's up with you?
I'm going to rehash your feelings of being locked into a profession. So I feel like we keep going back to porn here, but I lay pipe for a living. I'm a plumber, man, and I've gone all over the field. I'm going to explain this because every time I say I'm a plumber, my wife has to verify for people that I don't plunge toilets. I've worked for the gas company, and now I'm on the commercial side of things. So we do like schools, hospitals, all from the ground up. You know,
That's dope as fuck.
If you say so.
Have you had a walk-in moment where like you
Say
have?
what?
I said, have you so you haven't had like one of those porno moments where you walk in and they're like, Kim, do you want me to clean your pipes? And it's like, well, you know.
Have you, Jack?
No, I never have.
I guess you're fucking referring to it.
It's like that one video where the guy's like trying to be really serious, and she's just like, "I got something you can unclog," and he's like, or she's like, I want to like, well, could you put this pipe in it? And he's just like, no, that wouldn't make any sense. You'd have to get a whole new system. She's basically like, I just want you to fuck me. It's just like, absolutely not.
We talking porn again?
I've heard there's really good money in plumbing. Like I've also heard it is one of the hardest fucking trades to work in. Is that true?
No, don't inflate his ego any more than it's already.
I swear to God, it was a serious question.
No, if you're gonna talk like commercial kind of work, iron workers are absolutely the craziest, hardest working people ever. Like putting up steel beams and then walking across them and tying them together. That shit is crazy.
My grandfather was actually he retired like 5 years ago, but he was in the Iron Workers Union for probably like 50 years. And
that man is a badass.
That guy has more fucking stories than I have time left alive. Like I don't even know. He could literally talk me to death and tell me shit. Like, but I don't know. He's seen a lot of shit, and I agree. It's definitely hard fucking work from the way he talks about it. He retired as a foreman too, so I don't know.
My only interaction with an iron worker was that he told me that he was welding with the guy, and he looked like he had been through fucking Vietnam. I don't know. This dude looked like had like a spacey look on his face, and it was the most terrifying thing to work with him. But he told me that he was at a job site. He was an iron worker at this time, and he got a phone call, and he asked another employee to do fire watch for someone that was welding. So I guess the main guy's job, who was to watch this guy, walked away, had some other guy who probably didn't give that much of a fuck. The welder stood up and walked on the beam and tripped, and his his hoist thing fucking snapped because of the weld sparks and fell to his death. And like I heard that as like I want to say I was like 20 years old. I was like, I will never do that shit. Fuck you.
Yeah, I don't blame you, man. If we're trading horror stories, I could talk this shit all day, and I won't. So I'll just tell you one good one. They were putting the metal decking on. They had all the beams up, and they're walking across them, putting the metal decking on. And those guys literally grab a full sheet and carry it while they're balancing on the beam, trying to get where they're going to go. And in Kansas,
terrible idea.
It's crazy windy here. And that wind caught that metal decking, and it blew him off the beam, and he landed cross-armed like this, face first, and he broke both of his arms. And the foreman asked him if he thought he could still work.
Fuck you.
He's like, do you think you can still? And you see the guy's arms like swelling by the second. You know?
Capitalism at its finest.
OSHA comes out. It's a whole big ordeal. But
oh yeah,
that was wild to see that man fall. And I was like, no, I could never do that.
All right, so we're going to take a little detour. Before we started this, we talked about Soulsborne games. What's your favorite and why? Jackie, I want to know why you hate Sekiro.
Okay, so my problem with Sekiro is it's not a typical Souls game. They never tried to sell it like it was a Souls game, and I understand that.
I'll give you that.
But I can't get behind parry attack. It's very boring.
See, I played that game and I fought his dad way back when, and I fought him for I fought him for like 2 weeks fucking straight. I got him down to like a sliver of a health bar, and I didn't take any damage at all. And then he just came back and just molested me. And I threw my phone and shattered my iPhone. I was like, nope, no more.
So, the look of the game, the level design, everything in that game is great. I can't get behind the combat, and that's my biggest problem with it.
What's your favorite? I struggle.
I forgot that was the original question. So my favorite, if I absolutely have to pick one, is Bloodborne, and that's
yeah,
fair enough.
with the guns.
yeah, the setting of it, the rally mechanic, the weapon transformations, like what's not to like about it? Yeah, H.P. Lovecraft. How can you not like that game?
I beat that game in the past month or so, and I beat the Orphan on the second try.
No, well, hey, even a stop clock's right twice a day. You got lucky, man.
Damn right.
I'll take that one. I'll take that. I'll keep that one for later.
I wanted to add this in here. I definitely agree with what you're saying about Sekiro. Nonetheless, it is still probably my second favorite Soulsborne game.
That's fine. I don't judge
I had
you
like
for that.
I had like an anime redemption arc with that game because I played it religiously for like I don't know the first 3 months it was out. I got all the way to the end of it, and the last boss pissed me off so fucking much.
Sword Saint? Was it Sword Saint?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
fuck him, dude. That's why I can't play that game again.
I literally I think my routine was I'd go to work at the dealership. I'd be pissed off all fucking day from just dealing with my job. And then I'd come home and try to take it out on that game. And I'd spend like 4 hours straight of my night trying to beat this boss for like a solid week and a half straight. And I fucking gave up, and I literally didn't pick it up for like a year. And then I finally came back to it, and I was like, I'm gonna beat this fucking game, you know. So I literally had to go back and relearn how to fucking play it and get the parry timing down. And then I actually got better at it. And I think still once I went back to fight the last boss, it still took me like 2 days to beat him. But when I fucking beat him, that was the greatest feeling I've ever had in my life.
I mean, that's what those games are all about.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. That's what I love about them. Because, I mean, let's face it, they're not your average fucking bear when it comes to playing games.
Not at
You know,
all.
it's not Call of Duty. You don't just jump in, like shoot a few guys. And, oh, you won. No, it's like you're gonna shed blood, sweat, and tears over this, and you're gonna fucking like it.
It's a quick moment though. I had the same thing Rowie did. I couldn't beat the final boss. Spent time off. Went to go replay it again, but then my dog ate my disc, and I couldn't.
What?
Yeah, he chewed the whole disc up. I was like, "What the fuck, dude?" And he's just tail wagging. I'm like, "Oh, I can't be mad at you." And that was it.
That's fair.
Oh, I'm not even mad. I'm actually impressed.
Yeah,
exactly. It's like you opened the PlayStation. How did you do that?
Hey everybody, it's Diabetic Daddy from Misfortunate Media. If you're hearing this, it's probably because Soup said something and we're going to edit it out. But hey, since you're here, why don't you check out our other shows? We have an anime show that's called And Now I Mention Everything. We have a news show, Morning Cup of Chaos, and our other show, Men of Misfortune. We're everywhere where you get your podcasts. So remember, stay misfortunate, stay chaotic, and always listen to Mom.
So, all right, so back to Soulsborns.
Soulsborne.
Yeah.
All right.
Soulsborne hero.
So, I mean, I remember when Demon Souls came out, like I was about to order it, like the I think the Chinese version because it had English subtitles. But then I noticed it was going to come to the U.S. and I bought it day one. You know, everybody else is getting Modern Warfare. Like I think it was like Modern Warfare 3 or something. And I was like, no, I'm here for Dark Souls or for Demon Souls. We're like, what is Demon Souls? Oh, we have it. Like, just give me my game, you ass. Right. No, I love all of them. The only one I haven't played is Bloodborne because I never got a PS4, so I won't comment on that. But I don't know, man. It's a toss up. My favorite atmosphere is definitely Demon Souls. I think just the atmosphere in that game is just so bleak and dark, and it's just amazing. Favorite actual game is Elden Ring. I don't even think there's a second. I mean, okay, Dark Souls 3 and then Dark Souls 1 after that, but Elden Ring, they improved so much in that game.
Elden Ring was
amazing.
I was gonna say Elden Ring's definitely my number one out of all of them.
Okay, hold on.
They added so much to it. I think it's a perfect game. No bullshit. Like,
if anyone says Dark Souls 2 is their favorite, I'm gonna be pretty upset.
They were trying to.
No.
I have a newfound respect for it because me and my buddy played it again. It's just I don't like the world design. But as far as the game, I mean, like I don't know, like it's still really good. It's still a Dark Souls game. You know, it's like still a 9 out of 10 game. It's just not the same. So I used to hate on it a lot, but now I don't as much. I understand it. It wasn't also what's his face, the Miyazaki is
Miyazaki wasn't lead director on that one. He
So
was just
I get it, but I also like my big thing about Dark Souls is I love PvP. I literally
Love
PvP. I rushed 10 PvP characters. You know, I did the glitch, you know, to kill the bird, and get the souls.
So
yeah.
in Elden Ring, then are you a bleed character then, or a madness guy?
See, I usually don't like to play bleed characters. I mean, they're so cheap.
Thank
I mean,
God.
Rivers of Blood is just absolutely overpowered.
Yeah, Jack.
so OP. It fucking sucks.
It really is.
I
yeah.
literally have my favorite one is
complaining when you summoned me.
I think I call him Big Dingus. I made a character named Big Dingus, and what
You're right.
is he uses the ram like thing to where you like roll infinitely, and that's how I PvP. I just roll infinitely. I have the most what do you call it, poise and stamina possible in the game, and also mana. So I sit there and I've won PvP matches just rolling.
So you had
That's
Big
fucking
Dingus, I
awesome.
had Big Chungus.
Big Chungus.
That's
Nice.
awesome. But yeah, that's me. I've taken too much time.
Oh.
No, you're fine. You're
Yeah,
fine.
you
All
guys
right.
talk a lot.
I thought I was going to be different by saying Elden Ring, but I guess I'm agreeing. I think Elden Ring is the best of all the Souls games. It just seems the most complete. It's got everything that like all the best Souls games have. It's just it's that it's the thing. Like I hate open world games and I love that game. Like that's how good that game is. It's
Okay,
just
side
fucking
question
amazing.
for both of you two, quick though. Besides Millennia, who is the hardest boss for you guys to fight?
Ooh, good question. Good
Ooh.
question.
Moog.
Malekith gave me a really
Yeah.
fucking hard time.
Malekith was a dick.
Or what was the one?
The
What's
dragon, the lightning, one, like the one that you
Oh.
have to go to the
Oh,
Dude, I
yeah.
cannot fucking beat him. He's
That dude was
last
awesome.
fucking
yeah,
Yeah.
flaccid sack, flaccid dick, flaccid dick.
Flaccid sack. I don't know.
It's a Madeira of Elden Rings, basically.
fuck him.
Exactly, yeah. I had what was the one? What's the one where you like go in with like all the summons? I had the hardest time with that one.
Radon.
Yeah, Radon. I had the hardest time with that fight.
Dude, I did too. Like going into it, like I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, how the fuck do I even get close to the guy? And
Yeah,
then
it's so much. It's
All right.
so much.
I gotta steal the mic.
Oh
on
my
this.
god!
Oh, here we
You asked
go.
those
Here we
two,
go.
but I have to say, real Moog gave me the hardest
Oh yeah, the
time.
actual.
Oh, I forgot about him.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I cheesed him the first time.
I
fought him.
definitely cheesed him
I
too.
cheesed him.
I was like,
couldn't.
fuck this. I'm just trying to level up. I'm gonna cheese it.
All right, so there's Dark Souls 2, and then there's everything else down here. And now that I've alienated every Soulsborne fan in the world,
We're all angry.
no, I do genuinely like Dark Souls 2. I think it's a great co-op and RPG experience.
It is a
But
good co-op game, honestly.
That's
Oh, yeah.
what I give it. I think the DLC is much better than the base game. The base game kind of sucks.
yeah.
I'll give you that one.
But no, for me, so I started with an import of Demon Souls, and that is still probably my favorite, mainly because the remake was so incredibly good on PS5.
Ah, man, I've been wanting to play it so bad.
It's
I
so good.
I can't get my hands on a fucking PS5 to save my life, and at this point,
that's
I've
a
just kind of
problem.
given up.
Yeah, that's the real boss.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's the real Dark Souls boss in
But-
real life.
I do think Elden Ring was fantastic. Every boss was super easy, but
Oh, really? That's great talk. All right.
He was a mage.
He summoned me for every
You were a
boss.
mage?
No. Do I look like a guy
Hey,
who comes
hey,
like, looking
I
at
started
nipples?
out as a
No.
mage build, so
Fucking weeb. Get out of here.
I'm a
What
meat
do
shield
you-
kind of guy. I'm always in there just up close, getting whacked by the combos I can't figure out.
Nothing but strike and dex. Let's go.
Just having a great time. I think I would agree. Of Elden Ring, I'd say Moog is probably the toughest fight I had. I tried to cheese him, and I thought I was doing super good. I was real high, and I was on comms with Jackie, and I'm like, bro, I'm wrecking him. Bro, he's moving. He's moving.
fuck,
And-
they patched it.
Yep.
Were you
So
the shackle three times before you enter the boss ring?
what was that?
I think
Is that the one where you use a shackle 3 times before you go to
Yep.
boss? Okay,
Yep.
yep. I use that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about the one where you
Jump
climb on the ledge.
No, yeah, they patched that.
Okay.
Yeah, they patched that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that's what I did.
I tried. It didn't work. I freaked the fuck out, and I was like, Jackie, I need you. So- Go
I
ahead.
remember trying to do the ledge glitch in the beginning of that. And I'm
Yep.
I'm on chat with Tyler over here, and he gets it like the second try. And I'm like, it took me like 20 minutes for some reason. Maybe I just suck. I don't know.
I had to talk him through
fucking
it and
get
shit.
it like perfect. And I'm just like, dude, I'm getting so pissed off over this fucking game.
Yeah, dude,
I
talked him
tried.
through it.
Like, I'm just about to fight him for real. Fuck this. And then I finally got it, and I was like, okay, I got the 80,000 souls. I'm gonna level the fuck up, and that was something like that. Yeah, I don't know. It's been months, dude.
It's been a while. Yeah. I definitely got Jackie's help. Initially, he was not using bleed. He's like, "There's no way he's weak to bleed." And then he started using bleed, and he's like, "Oh wait, he's extremely weak to bleed." So yeah, we just bled that bitch out because I tried. I tried the jump. I tried the shackle. I tried all of it just for fun because coming from Demon Souls, like you can cheese every boss in that game. So
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I love to play with it. Like, see if I can. I love to play with it, just to see if I can get something weird to work where I don't have to actually fight. Just because that's more fun. Like, you get into the boss fight and you get your dick kicked in a couple times, and then you start to realize patterns. You're like, oh, if I dodge here, I'm good. If I dodge here, and then it comes rinse and repeat. But initially, it's like, man, what if I can jump up here and hit this bitch with a boomerang and just like unlock him? You got to try new things, and that's my favorite thing about Soulsborne games is like, what can I hit him with from outside this arena?
Yeah, dung
Right.
Yeah, start hucking some dung pies over the top.
I can't count how many fucking dragons I just like cheesed with a bow and arrow until.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're going to be
pretty much.
that weak to the bow, they deserve it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
You want to ask him a question?
Yeah.
Justin would like to ask.
All right.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
here you go. What was your hardest boss in Dark Souls 3?
Oh, Dark Souls 3.
Madir easily.
Madir.
Yeah,
Madir.
it's Madir.
Yeah, I will be honest. I never fucking beat him. Like
Yeah. What about base game?
Okay,
base game. Oh,
It definitely wasn't the main boss. The main boss was trash.
dude, what the
The Lords
fuck's
of
his name?
Cinders?
No. He was actually
Okay, for me, it was the
All the bosses are easy.
armored.
Yeah.
What was his fucking name? The Dragon Slayer, armored Dragon Slayer.
Oh,
he
yeah.
wasn't too
dude.
bad. He wasn't
I
too
for
bad.
some reason could not beat him to save my life. I don't know why.
For me, it was the Nameless King. I probably spent like fucking 5
Nameless
hours
is
trying to
pretty-
beat that piece of shit.
You have to
dude.
get his patterns perfect. Honestly, like I struggled so much on the dancer. Like for
Dancer!
Yeah, this guy did.
I was
Well,
way
Tyler
up
did
level.
too.
The dancer is
I've seen Jackie one shot the dancer on Soul Level 1 live on stream. It was beautiful. He can't play his bass that well, but he got that rhythm down.
Okay.
I want that video. I need you to send me that later.
Am I the only
believe
one
that.
that struggled on fucking Aldridge? Oh my god, that
No,
rain of
Mason,
arrows
Mason,
attack
Mason.
at the end is
Which boss is that again? I'm
bullshit.
trying to think.
With the arrows coming down in the room.
Oh my
Yeah.
Oh
On
yeah,
Orlando?
yeah. I actually I didn't really have too hard of a time with him. I think I had to fight him like maybe 5-6 times. I don't know.
Pontiff and the dancer were my two.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to say
Pontiff.
Pontiff Sullivan fucked my shit
Pontiff
forever.
Sullivan sucked.
Honestly, I beat him first try. Not trying to brag or anything,
That's
but
wild. That's
I walked
wild.
in, I was like, I beat him first try. I'm
Because
like,
I was
huh.
always like a bulky tank, man. Like I had what blade did I have? I had
He had the gut sword.
No, I didn't have the gut sword. It was one of the bosses.
The Lothran Lorien one.
The fucking hook. Why can't I think of it?
Mirkwood?
Huh?
The Mirkwood thing? Or is that what
It
it's
had a
called?
hook that or
Yeah.
another dagger that stabbed into the ground. You did it and then you spin in the circle. Why can't I fucking think of the goddamn?
Is that
I know what
the,
you're talking about.
Oh,
the
it's
boss
killing me.
weapon?
Yeah, it's a boss weapon.
Oh, it was the Abyss Watchers.
Yep, the Abyss
Yeah, the Abyss Watchers. The Abyss Watchers. Dude.
Yep.
Yeah, dude. That was my always weapon. So like fighting a boss that moved really fast in the opposite direction always fucked me up. Like I got that game or I got that sword in the beginning and I just stuck with it.
Hell yeah.
Keep
Definitely a lot of fun.
Sorry, we're deciding who's going pee first.
Oh, it's
Oh,
okay,
you're
dude.
good. You're
Yeah, I
good.
mean,
You're good. We've been doing. Well, I was the first one that
I was
went.
gonna say, you've stepped out. And
Yeah.
I'm used to my bladder being this full, so I drink a lot.
He can go
Jesus
forever.
Christ.
Like I was gonna make a drinking competition to see who who could drink the most beer?
Oh no, it's definitely me. I have
Yeah.
No, out of
Guys.
like both groups. Out of both groups.
no. All right, guys.
4 to
So
3. Like, come on.
So I got a kegerator in my basement now.
It's gotta be me.
All right, hold on. We have a thing. I was just asking Justin who he thought could drink the most beer. He said him, which is not the same answer I thought.
Nope, me.
I would say Jackie.
I
think Jackie could drink the most beer.
I think I could drink the most beer, but I would definitely fall asleep and then wake back up and be ready to drink again.
See, that's disqualification right there. That's not
Oh, jeez. I don't think I could do that anymore. I used to be able to.
Okay, so
nowadays.
out of everyone here in your room and our room, I believe I'm the one who can drink the most, only because I have a kegerator in my basement. Therefore, I have 3 kegs downstairs, and I drank 2 pitchers last night, and I was like, it's a normal night, I guess.
I think you just wanted to talk about your kegerator.
I did, yeah. I love that. I have Coors Light, I have Big Wave, and I have Ultra, because fuck it, it's all I can get right now.
Yo, when we come play a show up there, we're hitting up that kegerator.
Dude, I'm
I hope
telling you,
fucking
Dude, absolutely.
I sent you guys Aaron Haffel. He works down at the link. Hashtag shout out to the link. But they
The lift?
The lift, my bad.
Jesus.
He's fucked up.
I fucked up. But no, at the lift.
So the lift is a bar, slash little showroom down here in Dubuque, up in Iowa, and they played shows every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and during the week too. And it's probably our best place to do shows in Dubuque.
Yeah,
I'd say it's definitely up there. If they could figure out the fucking air conditioning in there, that would be great.
Yeah.
But I almost died during that Telekinetic Yeti show. I almost had to leave.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking hot in there.
It was rough. So we've talked about.
I think our and also huge shout out to our booking agent. His name is Dustin Mitchell. He is literally the man. So huge shout out to him. But I think he's actually in talks with that place to lift. So hopefully we'll be there soon.
Good shit.
Please come out here. We will promote the fuck out of it.
Yeah, we really want to be there.
Fuck out of it.
It seems sick.
Like I know the people who work there. Like I think we all know people who work there, and we can get the word around, and it'll be a hell of a show. Trust me.
Yeah, we could definitely find bands to play with you guys too. There's
It would not be hard.
There's definitely a few good death metal bands here that would fit in well with you guys.
That is awesome.
Yeah. Mutilated by Zombies is one of them. We actually did an interview with them. You guys should check them out.
Fuck yeah.
They've been in the game for a long time. I think all of you guys would love them.
You guys would fit in really well with them. I think that would be a hell of a show because they would be like a bringer, and you guys could fucking shred it, and people would be like, "Whoa, who the fuck are these guys?"
Right.
So
I'm in. I'm in. Bring out the
Yeah,
mutilation
dude, I want you
and
guys-
zombies.
I want you guys fucking down here so fucking bad.
Up here, by the way.
Up here, yeah.
right.
I know
Over
it's a
there,
Midwestern
whatever.
way. It's like, come on down here, but now we're up here this time. It's
Dude.
different.
While we're on the subject of music, I wanted to take a second to ask you guys. You mentioned earlier about how once you moved along from your 2016 album, I mean lineups have changed and all that. I love the progressive sound of it, by the way. It's fucking amazing. I kind of stalled on listening to it. This guy's been telling me for like 2 months to listen to your album. And, I get sidetracked, whatever. Well, when we were hanging our TV in here the other night, we listened to the album like 3 times in a row, the newest album. And I fucking love it. A lot of good progressive influence in there. Reminds me of a lot of other bands I used to listen to. Like in my early 20s. I feel old as fuck saying that. What are some of your guys' biggest influences for your writing?
Oh man, that's a loaded question because the funny thing is, and this is gonna sound really out of the park, for Adam and myself, I feel like honestly the biggest influence, as much as it's a different type of metal, has been Avenged Sevenfold. Like he's very much influenced by Sinister Gates. The Rev is my all-time favorite drummer. I cried like a baby when he died.
Yeah.
Never got to see him live. That'll be like one of my biggest regrets ever. Outside of like the biggest just childhood, teenage influence, I mean, at this point, there's a lot of death coming out, especially the newest stuff that's getting written. The death is heavy.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But between the Bear and Me, Revocation, like
fuck yes, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Oh
we
my
just
God.
became best friends.
Yeah. Nether Heaven came out from Revocation just recently, and
I still need to
every
listen
time I've
to
been in
that.
the gym, every time I'm in the gym, I throw it on. I'm just Dave Davidson's just he's
a
bending me
fucking
over and
tank,
taking me to
dude.
Pound Town, and I'm like, I gotta run faster to get away from this. Like,
Right. That is to both of those bands, Between the Buried and Me and Revocation, I still have not seen live. And
oh fuck,
Revocation was a huge fucking, because I'm a musician myself. They were a huge influence for me in high school. Like I fucking love those guys so much. They're, especially for a 3-piece, like they're probably one of the most talented 3-pieces in the game. Honestly,
you're right. Yeah, we're best friends now. Yep.
Going a little off topic, literally yesterday I watched video on YouTube. The guitar player from Revocation,
Dave Davidson.
Dave,
Davidson.
he was going over his biggest influences of what like made him learn guitar and stuff. You'd be surprised that it was literally just the basics. It was Metallica, Megadeth, obviously
AC/DC.
Death.
Yeah.
AC/DC was on there.
Yep.
AC/DC was on there. It
That's
was
surprising.
surprising that it was just like, you know, all the old school, like the people that started it all, right?
So
Slayer. He said Slayer has some of the best riffs in the business.
I mean,
He
I won't
did.
disagree with
Yeah,
that.
I can't.
Like,
I
I
can't
definitely love
go
some of
against
the older Slayer, not just like the A sides, but they've got a lot of good fucking B sides out there. I saw them live in like 2009, and Tyler was with me, and
Seen him 3 times.
this guy had
Oh,
like
yeah.
the most annoyed look on his face. He's like, I feel like I've been listening to the same song for an hour and a half, and I'm just in there fucking getting it because I had like all their albums on my iPod at the time, and I would just drive around and fucking listen to them.
Fuck yeah.
I love it, but those influences definitely line up with their style, and I fucking
sure.
dig that.
Oh, absolutely. When Adam and I saw Revocation live, it was a 2-show weekend. The first show was Suffocation, Revocation, and Morbid Angel.
Nice.
And then we went to a much more like commercial show, which was Volbeat, Avenged Sevenfold, and Metallica, which we didn't end up staying for Metallica. It got real weird, and I had an older lady try to just like tried to start a threesome with me, her, and her husband.
Dude,
and
knock that dust off. Let's go.
That sounds
Yeah, I
like
like-
my night last night. I'm not even bullshitting.
Dude, you gotta blow it off, man. You gotta blow it off. Wipe away the
I was
cobwebs,
into
man.
it. So no, I was into it. She's hitting on me, and I was like, "Man, I might just be missing this and find myself a public bathroom." And
Backs must be blown. Bathrooms must be used.
exactly.
Make her get a hip replacement.
I was just getting ready to say that. Like, disclaimer: you're about 30 years older than me. You're probably gonna need it.
Oh, I mean, yeah. Like I take no liability for any injuries that occur.
Oh no!
I need you to sign this waiver before I take you to Pound Town.
I was so into it, and then her husband walked up and started touching my beard, and I was just so
Oh
into it.
my god!
It got so weird. Like she's like, "Hey,
Right.
you know the carpet matches the drapes." I'm like, "I don't know who you are, but okay." And then the husband's like, "It does." I'm like, "Ugh."
He's like, and I'm gonna watch.
Yeah. I was like, you know, I don't like where this is going. I mean,
Okay.
if we can bring my
Right.
buddy, maybe, but
I'm
not
gonna
just
I'm
go
gonna
away.
steer us back in the right direction
No.
here, and I'm gonna go
We
back
were
to your
going in the right
original-
direction. What are you talking about?
That's okay. That's okay.
Exactly. Let's devolve, brother.
I'm gonna go back to your original question, and I might be the oddball in the group because '90s rap is like my thing. You know, Tupac, Biggie, all the class, Dre, Ice Cube. That's where my like inspiration comes from. And I know that sounds weird, but
You gotta talk about System of a Down.
well, yeah, System of a Down is a huge influence. I always forget his name, but the bassist from Mastodon.
Oh, what the fuck is his name?
No,
No, he's the guitarist.
Yeah.
Dude, honestly, that's probably, I don't know his fucking name. Like, go figure. I don't know the bassist.
I forget it every
Name of the
fucking time. And that makes me sound like a horrible bassist, right? But
Right.
and then of course like John Entwistle from The Who, like that guy created Three Finger Rolls, you know.
No, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, Mastodon actually just played like not even 2 hours away from us a few nights ago, and I was
That's
so pissed I
sick.
couldn't go because it was Mastodon, Ghost, and Spirit Box.
That
All
would've been a
bands,
fucking hell.
all bands I've never seen. Like Ghost, I've kind of fallen off with. I don't really like the last few albums they put out. I'll say,
Yeah.
but Mastodon and Spirit Box, I would have loved to have fucking seen.
Hell
So,
yeah,
I
Spirit
gotta-
Box is badass.
Oh yeah, they're
She's
fucking
so hot.
amazing.
She's so fucking
Well, did you guys listen to I Wrestled a Bear once before?
Of course I did.
Yeah, they actually
And
played
then-
in Tyler and I's hometown when Courtney was in I
Who was
Wrestled
in
a
the
Bear
band?
once.
Or was it the what? I can't remember the original singer's name, but she was.
Glasses.
I don't know her name,
Black
actually.
hair.
Yeah.
I remember.
I gotta be honest. So I saw them at Warped Tour a long time ago with the original, lineup, and I can't pull any strings. It was horrible. Like they,
I
it
mean,
was
I
one of
don't
the
doubt
worst shows
that,
I've
to
ever
be
seen
honest.
live. It was, and we like, no, it was even more painful because like they were one of my favorite bands, like that I just heard. I was like, dude, I gotta go see them. And so like we all like my whole band, like we just rolled up there, watched them, and we were just so let down. But I've heard like once Courtney got in, like everything was like a lot more polished, which I love like the later albums with her like in it. I think they're amazing. But,
for sure.
Yeah, and Spirit Box is great.
Is his name Troy?
Troy Sanders.
Troy Sanders.
We got it. We got it, guys.
We get there eventually.
I'm sorry, Master. Please edit that part out and just put Troy Sanders in.
Mason,
edit
you
this
got
part
this,
in.
bro, right?
Hello,
You
Mastodon.
got this.
We love you. Please don't listen to anything else we've ever said about you.
I think Mastodon is one of those bands where every member is just a fucking virtuoso at what they do. And I love the fact that like not a lot of other bands do this, that every member in that band is the vocalist. And
Yeah.
they all sing on their own songs. Like I think that's fucking genius.
It's dope, dude.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I've
There-
noticed that every band with like eye-catching titles, the songs, always fucking slap. I've noticed majority of your songs have eye-catching titles, and they all fucking slap.
Yeah,
Where'd you come
that's
up with that kind of
DJ.
stuff? I want to know because they blow my fucking mind.
I like words, and
I've seen that. Yeah.
Okay. So here's what's gonna happen. DJ's gonna give you his answer, and then I'm gonna tell you how it really happened.
Oh,
Listen to this.
two-story. Okay, all
Fire.
no. So we always sit down, and the pattern has typically been we figure out song titles before they're even fully written. Like it might be a demo or some riffs that are kind of pieced together, and then we start thinking of titles and kind of work through it that way.
I feel like the title helps, like
influence the song. It does. You hear the name of a song and you're like, oh, Cosmic Overture. That's got to have like some crazy epic bits in it. I mean, you're gonna call it the Cosmic Overture. And so yeah, once we have an idea of what the album's gonna be, whatever, if we're doing something thematic or whatever, once we have that idea, then we start working on titles. And I love just working with words. Like if you tell me on the spot, yo, come up with words, I'm gonna be like, fuck, shit, I don't know. But if you set me out with a goal, like, hey, we need song titles, it's gonna kind of be this idea. It's like, oh, cool. Let me break out my thesaurus.
Okay, he told you what really happened right there.
Yeah, I'm not a liar. I'm not a liar.
We come up with a name, and then we search through the thesaurus for like much better words to use in place of basic words.
Smart.
So do you guys have an actual?
And it's
book?
hilarious because I think this is the first time any of us have told each other that we do that. Because that's 100% exactly how I write lyrics too. Like I'll sit there and I'll be like, okay, I need a word that like sounds right, but I need it to mean this. So it's like you got to like fucking search through all the shit and find the word that like has the right sound but also the right meaning, if that makes sense. So like it's crazy. It's like we all do that. Like, man, fucking shout out to Webster's thesaurus because save in the day. But no, like seriously, DJ has been huge for coming up with like just sick words that influence the music or like sick titles.
Yes, sick
and
words, DJ.
sick words, bro.
Shout out to DJ.
While we're stroking DJ's ego here, the guy really should be an author. Like he wrote out a complete storyline for our album.
It's like what, 25 pages?
Yeah.
God damn.
And
I was
so
just
it's
about
a
to get into
So it's
that.
a concept album, is what you're
Yes.
saying.
100%, yes, very
Fuck
concept.
And
yes.
it
I
should
love
be
it.
a book. Like it should be a book that was wrote by Stephen King or who's the other author?
Well, the other author.
No, not Neil.
Who's the other author that exists in the universe?
Dude, who's that one guy that wrote
Listen.
books?
I think it's J.R.R. Tolkien.
My man.
Let's go.
There's two authors of horror, and it's Stephen King.
Oh,
H.P.
I know.
Lovecraft.
I know who you're talking about. He's like the knockoff Stephen King. I can't
Yes,
think of his
yes.
name. What the fuck is his name?
I don't give a fuck about no knockoff.
No, not
they
M.
make-
Night Shyamalan.
Not him.
Fuck that dude.
I'm trying. They make a joke in Family Guy, like Brian hits somebody walking down the road. And he's like, "Oh my god, I killed Stephen King," and he's like, "Oh no, I'm this guy," and he just gets up
Yes.
and walks away.
Yeah.
What the fuck was his name? Now I can't think of it. Yeah, I gotta find this out.
Yeah,
so,
that
so
was-
tell us about the concept of this album. Like I'm excited to hear the story from start to end. Like what this meant.
Yeah, so it weaves in and out of like real life kind of shit, but basically the way that like the concept kind of came through is like, first off, we are all big fans of H.P. Lovecraft, you know, anything like spooky horror, like all that shit. So like that was first and foremost in our mind. So we wanted to write something Lovecraftian. And I guess at this point I'm speaking on behalf of Jack, myself, and DJ because Justin wasn't in the band at this point. But we kind of came up with a concept that it's a scientist that is not super, I guess, satisfied with his current line of research or current, you know, like way of living. So he like seeks higher knowledge, which that's like a big theme in Lovecraftian mythos is somebody who seeks higher knowledge. He kind of goes through this path. He has this mentor that kind of taught him, you know, how to get into the scientific community that had all these crazy thoughts. Everyone thought he was this like insane madman. And, you know, like the main character always believed in him, always took care of him like in his last days. And that's kind of like in the backstory. So this main character is looking for this higher knowledge and he starts finding some of these books and some of these like writings.
Hence the Accursed Tome.
Exactly, yeah. Accursed Tome is like the perfect example.
Phenomenal
right? So,
song, by the way.
So good.
Thank you so much. We love that song.
So fucking
I fucking love it.
Yeah, like it's a fun one to play live for sure. But that song is all about the book that he finds that was, you know, something that was kind of, you know, known in Lovecraftian mythos, which is the Necronomicon. So the Book of the Dead, right? Like, so a lot of people have used it. Evil Dead's used it. Like, it's been all over. But H.P. Lovecraft came up with, you know, the Necronomicon. So that's what he finds. But he's sent to find that by his mentor's research. So he starts like looking into his mentor's research and seeing things that kind of, I guess, start that web of you know, discovery that he finds, you know, kind of that path that he's looking for. So that sends him to the Necronomicon, which he finds in another very like, I guess, known Lovecraftian location. He's in Arkham, and so he's at Miskatonic University, and he finds this book. So he starts kind of messing with the book. This leads into Illusions of Grandeur, which is his dreams that he is having because of the influence of this, like, you know, supernatural book that he's found. So he starts having dreams of, like, I guess you could call it like a city or like a community, but it's all like very bright and very like light invoked. And he has this like creature at the very end of this dream that is like always guiding him in. So every night that he's dreaming, he's getting like slightly closer to this. And finally he gets close enough to touch it. And he gets all this knowledge just dumped into his mind. And all of a sudden he is like on the path of higher knowledge. Like this is like the thick of it. And that's when you get into numinous. So he gets very like egocentric. That's why, like, you know, the word God is used in that. Like, it's just very like ego driven in that song. So that's kind of his big thing. He's like gathering up this cult. He's like, you know, developing this like following, I guess, behind this like discovery that he's found. And that leads directly into psychosis. So psychosis is the moment where he is kind of taken down. The main character is literally knocked over the head by somebody from the town, and is taken to Arkham Asylum, which is another like big known location in Lovecraftian mythos. So he's at the he's at the Arkham Asylum. The doctor is like kind of talking at him. So a lot of the lyrical content in Psychosis is, you know, from the perspective of the doctor. So he kind of goes through all of these, I guess, processes or what's the word I'm looking for here? When a doctor, procedures. I knew it started with a PR. Procedures. He's going through all these procedures, and the doctor is trying to kind of stop him from you know, finding this knowledge. So he eventually succeeds. The doctor does in kind of making the main character dumbfound. So the main character, I guess, you know, kind of at this point is lost. You know, he doesn't have any of the knowledge he was searching for. He is just stuck, I guess, at this point. And he is released from the asylum you know, at this stage of the game, I guess you could say. And the only thing that he can think to do is to, you know, kill himself. And he decides to drown himself. So he goes and drowns himself. And the way that we wrote the story is basically like as the water enters his lungs, like all of the knowledge that he had, like kind of re-enters his mind at the same time. So this is like the moment where he has to decide, you know, like, is it over or do I like keep going? So he decides to keep going. He makes it to the surface of the water. And at this point, he has all of the knowledge that he had. He's back on the path of, you know, the Lovecraftian adventure that he kind of set himself off on. And really at that point, you're at Abhorrent and Call of the Void, which is just like the epic
meat and potatoes.
Yeah, like it's the epic part of the story where he physically comes into contact with the monster that he finds out he's been communicating with through his dreams. So the light being that he found in Illusions of Grandeur turns out to be, you know, a monster that has its own prerogative. And you find out in the song Call of the Void that its prerogative is that it is going to kind of take the earth and take all of the energy from the earth and send it back to its own universe to, like, you know, reclaim, you know, the life force there because, you know, they were struggling there. So it's kind of just like, it's a tale of redemption, I guess. It's a tale of whatever, but the way that it ends is the main character ends up struggling with this monster that kind of enters the universe through his mind. It's like entering through his dreams and his mind and everything like that, and then he kind of like struggles with it in the actual like normal plane of existence, I guess you could say. And he ends up kind of like fighting it off, and the way he ends up killing it is as it's entering his body and trying to like take his body as its own to take over the world. He jumps off of the tallest building in Arkham that he had to be on top of to do the ritual to summon him in the first place, and like kills himself and the monster. And so that's why like the ending of the album has like such a kind of somber feel, I guess.
Isn't there like a piano in it?
Yeah. It's very like final, right? Because like he's
35 seconds of like extreme somber music. Like it's not very long, isn't it? Isn't it like it's like
I think it's what, 30 seconds exactly, or maybe 31.
Yeah,
and it's very somber. You feel for the album itself. It's like it's pretty intense, honestly.
Yeah,
so I really enjoy it.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, right? You think that you're doing something to help the world, and really you're fucking it over. And well, listen, he took that shot too fast. But I was gonna say, now that you've gone through all that, cheers, guys, cheers.
I'll drink that.
I'll drink that. Yeah.
Give me another beer. Hold on. I think I've got two 4, 6, 7 in
Stop
front of me.
counting.
If you want, we can
Alright.
send you the full 25-page story of the album.
I would love to
Yeah,
see
that
it,
was-
dude. I would love to see it. And if you were able to create your album artwork off of that kind of imagery within inside of your head and it's on paper, like honestly, that's fucking beautiful.
That is honestly the most well-explained fucking story for an album I've heard in a very, very long
That's like
time.
some Coheed
So,
Cambria shit. Let's make
Yeah,
a fucking book out of it, dude.
I agree. So
Like a full.
yeah, so kudos to the writing on that. That is very, very fucking awesome. I love it.
We appreciate it. Yeah. It was one of those things where Adam and I kind of dreamed up the concept as like the outline of it. He kind of fleshed it out from there. And then he approached me. He's like, yo, do you just want to write the story to this album? I was like,
Fucking
sure.
right, I do.
Yeah, fuck, let's do it. So I sat down. It took me maybe like 3 or 4 days, pumped it out. And it's a beautiful story. It's so bittersweet. And I feel like there's a lot of parallels to the shit we go through in our own lives. There's, a lot of regret and feelings of inferiority and just not succeeding where you think you should in your life. And, he does everything he thinks is right. In his mind, he took the best path possible. And we see how that ended with a fucking monster descending from the sky, intent on world domination and just world destruction. And it's a really unfortunate story. It's funny, on the website I went ahead, I had some empty space. I posted the prologue on the website at the bottom, and then there's a
Parthianband.com, shameless plug.
Yeah,
There it
shameless
is.
plug. There's a little email sign up there. It's like, hey, if you want the rest of the story, drop it in here. We'll be sending it out chapter by chapter. I want to say it's probably 10 chapters long. It's been a little bit since I've looked at it. I want to say it's about 10.
Hey, I'm excited for it, man. I can't wait for you guys to send it out, man. I'm also
Hell
excited
yeah.
for you guys' new music video. We are gonna probably have to end the show now because we're hitting like an hour and a half right now. So I think
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Sorry, we do that.
Oh, I
No,
get it. You don't
no,
like
you're-
us
all good.
anymore. We'll leave. We'll leave.
no,
No, that's not you guys. I promise.
So if you guys
It's
have
not
not
us.
checked out Parthian, check out Desolation of a Ceaseless Dawn. It is a fantastic fucking album. I cannot stress this enough. These guys are fucking musical geniuses right in front of us.
All of the
Please-
songs are fucking bangers.
Dude, they're so good. I had like when I got your manager hitting me up saying like, hey, can you interview this band? I was like, okay, like I'll check them out. Like, let me check them out. And I listened to them. I was like, holy fuck, yes, you guys, please come on my show. You guys are so fucking good.
Thank you
honestly.
so much. Thank you so much.
I'm excited for that new fucking album or for the music video. My bad.
Yeah.
I'm excited for the new music video you guys are having. And I love the success that you guys are having right now with your downloads with Numinos, right?
Yeah,
Numinous. Yeah. Yep.
Numinous. Dude, you guys are blowing up with that song. I'm so fucking excited to get you guys to Dubuque.
Yeah, I cannot wait for you guys to come to Dubuque and go. We'll be there. We'll meet you guys. It'll be a fucking blast.
Dude, we're ready.
Kegerator will
We're
be ready.
Yeah, I'll have fresh fucking beer in my kegerator. We'll have a party at my house after.
I'm gonna hit that kegerator so hard it won't even know what hit it.
Dude, I'm gonna hit that kegerator on my hands upside down.
Let's fucking do it, boy.
I'll just
Do
stick
it.
that kegerator in my ass.
I mean, what? Y'all right? Fuck it.
Yeah. Justin's done.
That's how we'll truly know who's the bigger drunk here, is who can take the butt chug for the long.
Fucking proof it, bro. Fucking
you
proof
I was
it.
gonna say, Jake, have you
Is a
butt chugged
hole
out of the
no.
kegerator?
I
yet?
have not. No.
So
Hey
we're-
guys, I'll tell you what. If you guys get a show in Dubuque, I will go out and get a big keg of Rolling Rock just for you guys.
Yes.
Hell yeah,
That's
dude.
for you
Dude,
guys.
no, we will drink the entire thing. Literally.
Is
all
that a
of it
promise
before
or
the
a
show.
fucking bet?
No, that's a
No,
guarantee.
That's a guarantee.
It's a guarantee.
That's a part of the guarantee.
It's a date.
Oh, all right. Give me your date and I'll go buy the fucking supplies. Let's go.
You guys, I cannot thank you guys enough for being on the show. You guys are awesome. Please check out Parthian and their album Desolation of a Ceaseless Dawn. It is fantastic. Please check them out. We're gonna get them to Dubuque. I don't care how many times I have Jake go over there and suck their dick. It's gonna happen.
All of them worth it.
We're gonna make it happen. Thank you guys so much, Adam, DJ, Jake, and Justin. You guys are awesome. Thank you. You have so many fucking J's, dude. You have so many fucking J's.
I know.
So many fucking J's. So let me try that again. DJ, Justin, and Jack. Fuck. God damn it. Fuck you, Jake. Get out of the room. You're fired. I hate you.
This is Jake from State Farm.
That's my fucking saying. You stay out here, Jackie. I don't want to do with that.
Fuck.
I'm wearing khakis today. It's different.
He is wearing khakis. You can't see it right now, but he is.
No, I am wearing khakis.
Thank you guys so much for being on the show. Please check out their Spotify. You will not be disappointed. I am your fearless leader, Tyler motherfucking Campbell.
I'm your humble host who is not hungover now, Riley Wallen, and to my left I have the one and only,
the reigning dipshit, Jake.
Anyway, we were interviewing Parthian today. They've been incredible guests on our show. We hope you guys check them out. Once again, we are Men of Misfortune, and as always, we encourage you to listen to Mom and
stay misfortunate, and we are out, motherfuckers.
Thank you for joining us. Remember, always listen to Mom.